Hey guys, Courtney here with Southern Owls. Thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. I'm so excited. Today we are going to be making a pancake wreath, which means it's a very thin wreath that fits between your door and the storm door. We're going to be using a 14-inch Dollar Tree frame and this really pretty sign from creekroad.net. You can shop their signs at creekroad.net. You can use my code OWL10 and you'll get 10% off your order. So go check out their metal sublimated signs. They're the best. Grab your 14-inch work form. We're going to be using some deco mesh, pipe cleaners, and some ribbon. I already pre-cut everything. So let's get into it. Let me lower y'all down. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Let's get that off the camera because of the glare. No one wants to look at that glare. Okay, so, these are the ribbons that I chose today. I will link them in the comments. I just wanted something kind of nice and simple since the sign is really busy. So let's get started. So we're going to grab our 14-inch Dollar Tree work form, and we're going to do 12 pipe cleaners. If you notice on your work form, you have 6 brackets and 6 sections. So we're going to remember that while we are putting our pipe cleaners onto our form. So I'm going to start with the brackets first, and I'm going to thread my pipe cleaner in between the 2 inner rings and on that bracket, and we're just going to twist that pipe cleaner right around it. So the 2 inner rings on the bracket, and we're going to do that same thing all the way around. So we're going to find all of the brackets on the form and twist our pipe cleaners up onto our work form. So we are just prepping this base and getting it ready to add in our mesh. We're going to do all 6 brackets, and we're just staying with the 2 inner rings and twisting them. You want to make sure those pipe cleaners are staying pretty much even. It doesn't have to be perfect, but pretty even. And I twist them around like 2 times will be good. And you want to make sure it's tight. So twist those on. Oop, there we go. And then get them nice and tight. So right now you should have 6 pipe cleaners on every single bracket on the 2 inner rings of our form. So it should look something like this. So now we're going to work in between the brackets, and we are going to put a pipe cleaner right here in between our 2 brackets on the outer 2 edges now. So we're going to grab our pipe cleaners and go around. Same thing, a couple times. Find those 2 brackets, go right in the middle, twist, twist, right in the middle, twist, twist. Right in the middle of these brackets, the 2 outer rings, pipe cleaner, twist, twist, brackets, find the middle, 2 outer rings, pipe cleaner, twist, twist, brackets, find the middle, pipe cleaner, 1 more, twist, twist. So now we have our work form ready and prepared for our mesh. So it should look something like this. So we have 6 pipe cleaners on the outer and 6 pipe cleaners on the inner rings. So I'm first going to start off with my mesh. So I did cut these pieces at 25 inches, and I'm using hot pink and lime green. I just thought it was really fun, bright summer vibes. So these are already pre-cut. You can start with whichever color you want. And I'm going to do the ruffle method. So this mesh already kind of wants to roll in on itself. So I use that to my advantage, and I flip it onto my table. I tuck the mesh under about 1 inch or 2. I find the middle of my mesh. I give it a pinch, and I walk my fingers over to the other side, trying to maintain staying in the middle of that mesh as best as I can. And same thing on the other end. I'm going to let that mesh roll under about an inch or two. We're going to pick a pipe cleaner wherever you want to start and start adding in our mesh. Hold on, I'm going to move these pipe cleaners a little bit out of the way. Okay, so we're going to start in those inner rings. I said start wherever. I meant in the inner rings. So we're going to start in the inner rings, and we're going to find whichever pipe cleaner we want to start with, and we're going to lay that mesh right down into that pipe cleaner and give it a few good twists. And then what I like to do is marry that mesh together. So I just kind of pinch that middle and make a nice full circle. So we just do that to make sure that we're getting really good coverage. And then we're going to move on right to the next pipe cleaner on the inner ring. We're going to take the green mesh now and do that same ruffle method. So I flip my mesh, tuck it under about an inch or two, find the middle, give it a pinch, walk my fingers over to the other side, staying in the middle as best as I can. And then we're going to add this right into that next pipe cleaner. And give it a twisty twist. And then we're going to pinch and just make sure that mesh is making a complete circle. And we're just going to keep on repeating that same process the whole way around. So now we're going to do pink. And we're just staying in those inner rings. Get the pink going, putting it right in there. Twisting that pipe cleaner a few times. Make sure it's really nice and tight. And then just right in the middle, pinching that mesh together so it makes a nice full circle. Y'all are doing great now. You're pros. You're a pro. So I have some big news to announce that I haven't really let my YouTube tutorial people know yet. Now, if you've seen my short videos, you do already know the news, but I started a design business group with one of my dear wreath making friends, Lindsay with Tarnation Creations. So we started a design business group called Troublemakers, and we would love to have you over there. So if you want to take your design skills and business skills to the next level, that is where you should subscribe and be. So it is a subscription group. It's a monthly fee. And once you pay that monthly fee, you will get into our design group. And not only is it me and Lindsay, we also teamed up with Creek Road and our friend Nicole with Looking Glass Wreaths. And we're all doing this together. So we have the two designers, which are Lindsay and I, and we're going to teach business as well. And then we have Nicole with Looking Glass Wreaths. She is our attachment maker. And then we have Creek Road, which will be our supplies. So everything that we make in the group will be using Creek Road supplies. And the best thing is, guys, is not only do you get to hang out with us and learn how to design and learn more about business, but you also get 20% off all 4 of our businesses. So you'll get discounts at Creek Road, Southern Owls, Tarnation Creations, and Looking Glass Wreaths. All 20%. So you can use that for supplies for our wreaths. So that's really, really cool also. So I hope you join our private design group. I would love to have you over there. Okay, so this is our first layer. So now we are going to add in our ribbon tails. So I did pre-cut our ribbon. These are at 12 inches today. So we're going to start adding these in. So I'm going to start off with this hot pink. Oh my gosh, I did not dovetail. I need a dovetail. Oh my gosh, look at me. I was about to add all these and I didn't dovetail. Okay, so I pre-cut these all at 12 inches. So we're just going to fold that ribbon in half and cut up at an angle to get that nice, cute little dovetail finish. Guys, y'all already know these are my favorite scissors. You can get them at creekroad.net. They are amazing, sharp scissors. I have purchased so many different pairs of scissors, and these by far are my favorite. So you can go and shop with them and grab a pair of scissors also. And don't worry, guys, even if you don't join the group, my code AL10, you can still use it at Creek Road. It's not going to go away. So if you don't join the group, that's okay. You can still use my code AL10 at Creek Road and still get that 10% off discount. But we would really love you to join the group. You get that bigger discount. You get to come hang out with us. We're going to teach design 2 days a week. And 1 week a month, we're going to be doing 2 business tutorials. So we're really just trying to cover everything we can in this group. All right, I love this. I love a good polka dot ribbon. So pretty. Okay, now we're going to add our ribbon in. I cannot believe I forgot to dovetail, but that's okay. That is a-okay. So I'm going to start off with the yellow and pink. I'm going to grab, this is a 2.5 inch ribbon, and the yellow. Ooh, this fan, I have to have it on me, guys. It's so hot in here. And this is a 1.5 inch. So we're going to lay it right in the middle of each other. We're going to find the middle of our ribbon, give it a pinch. I just kind of walk my fingers up to the other side. I'm going to lay this in the green section, lay that right down into that pipe cleaner, give it a few good twists, and then I'm going to V my ribbon down. So now that it's nice and secure, I can kind of manipulate my ribbon a little bit, and we're done with these sections. So guess what? We can cut off those pipe cleaners with my nippers, and then we're going to push that pipe cleaner down into our wreath so you can't really see it. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to move on to the pink section, and we're going to do a green and blue together. Love this ribbon combo. Find the middle, give it a pinch, and then lay it right down into that pink section and give it a few good twists. And then cut off that pipe cleaner. And then push that right down into your wreath. Keep on going. Hot pink and yellow. Find the middle. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Put it into that green section. Just twist. Snip off. Pull down. The cool thing too, guys, about Double Troublemakers, you can sign up whenever. And all of the previous months will still be there. So if you want to sign up in July, you can, and you'll still be able to watch all of the June tutorials as well. So all of them will be replayable. Some of our tutorials will be live, and some will be pre-recorded. And all of the lives will be replayable in our hub. So that's really cool too, guys. So you can go back and watch all of our awesome designs in our group. So if you want some more details on that, just comment in this video section, or you can message me, and I will get you some more info on that if you want the website to sign up. Okay, last section. Beautiful, beautiful. Cut off those pipe cleaners and push them right down in. So right now we should be looking a little something like this. I love this mesh. Okay, so now we're gonna move the ribbons to the side and we're gonna grab our last 6 pieces of mesh. So you can start with whichever one you wanna do. So we're just gonna start with green. We're gonna do the same ruffle method. So we're gonna flip that mesh under about an inch or two, find the middle, give it a pinch, walk your, walk your fingers over to the other side if they will allow it. Tuck that mesh under on both sides. And then we're gonna find the outer pipe cleaners now. We do the same thing, just lay that mesh right in and give it a few good twists. And then we're gonna complete the circle just like we did on top. That ribbon. And if you want to, you can start laying down the ribbon too. If you just want to do all of it all at once, because why not? You can start laying down your ribbon as well. So we're going to do the hot pink and yellow with the green. Cut that pipe cleaner off and push it right down in there. And now that section is done. So I did pull my ribbon up and over so it's not being smushed. So we're going to do the same thing over here. Just kind of move those out of the way. I'm going to pull that pipe cleaner up and get it ready. We're going to get the hot pink. Same thing. Flip that mesh under about an inch or two. Find the middle. Give it a pinch. Walk your fingers over to the other side. Same thing. Make sure that's tucked under just a little bit. Lay that mesh right down into that pipe cleaner. Give it a few good twists, nice and tight. Fluff that mesh. Do a full circle. Pull that ribbon up and over. Excuse me, mesh. Thank you. Don't be afraid of your mesh. Manhandle it. It's gonna be fine. Same thing, grab your next section color, green and blue. Find the middle and then lay it right down into that pipe cleaner. Cut that pipe cleaner off, push it down. We're gonna tuck this under just a little bit. There we go. Super fun. Now we are going to get our next section, green. So we're doing every other color again, just like we did on the top. And we're still just sticking with that ruffle method. We're laying it right down into those pipe cleaners. Giving it a few good twists, making sure that mesh is nice and secure. Fluffing that ribbon out, manipulating it just a little bit. Getting our next ribbon. Lay it right down in there. Twist, twist. Cut off those pipe cleaners. Hold them down. And then make your ribbon. Pull it out and over. Super cute. And now we're on to the next section. So now we're on to pink. Ruffle, ruffle, ruffle. Guys, also, if your hands don't work that great, you can always use a chip clip to help you hold everything in place also as you're ruffling. You can do one side at a time. So there's always tools that can help you put everything in place for you. Not that. What am I doing? I saw pink and I'm reaching for the pink. Lime green and blue. Find the middle, give it a pinch, put it right into those pipe cleaners. Guys, how is y'all summer going? How is it going? Because it is hot here. Texas is hot. Today, guys, I looked at the weather. It said it feels like 104. Feels like 104. And it's only June. What is happening? I'm like, give me a pool. Give me a pool, somebody. Oh, wait, nothing heavy on those. All right, next section, we're putting in that green. Get it nice and tight in there. Fluff it out. Pull those ribbons out on top. Make that complete circle. And now we do the hot pink with the yellow. So I really like this vibe. What are y'all thinking about this color scheme? Super happy, super cheerful for summer. Guys, and as y'all know, my wreaths are always available. So this one will be posted on my website. If you're interested in purchasing a wreath from me, you can do so at theSouthernOwls.com. And that's also where you can purchase my wreath kits. So if you like to design using a kit, you can do so on my website, which is theSouthernOwls.com. theSouthernOwls.com. If you're not a wreath maker and you just want something to hang on your front door, well, you can come on over to my site and pick out something beautiful for your front door as well. I'd love to have you over there. I also have an email subscriber list. I like to call my followers my owlettes. So if you go to my website and scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can give me your email address and you'll be subscribed to my email list. So you'll be the first ones to know about kits that come out or collaborations that I'm doing or about like the double Troublemakers. So I'd love to have y'all over there. You can sign up anytime. Okay, so we're now going to grab our sign. I'm going to grab 4 pipe cleaners. I wish I had yellow or green, but I don't. So we're going to use white. And this, my friend, is called a jewelry hole puncher. Creek Road sells these on their website as well. So you can grab one of these when you grab your scissors. And we're going to punch 4 holes in our sign. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're doing top, bottom, side to side. We're going to grab those pipe cleaners and we're going to start threading them through our sign. I go about an inch or 2, and then I just twist them. Twist, twist, twist. We're going to do that to all 4 of our little holes that we just made. Maybe. Okay, pipe cleaner. Don't be ridiculous. There we go. Twist, twist, twist. Do y'all have any fun summer vacation plans? In a month, we will be traveling to Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm so excited. That's where my family lives, and I always like to try to go out there at least once a year. So it'll be really nice to be out there for almost a week. Super excited. All right, twisting that on. Okay, so now we're going to decide where we want the front. I'm going to kind of do like off-centered because I want to make a bow right here. So we're going to say this is the top, bottom, side, side. Oh my gosh, guys. And guys, I'm using a 10-inch sign. This is a 10-inch sign. Creek Road carries 4 different sizes of signs. So this one that I'm using today is a 10-inch. So what we're going to do is we're just going to thread that pipe cleaner right through our mesh. We're going to make contact with our work form. And we're just going to thread that around a few times. Okay? We're going to do that to all 4. So I always like to kind of do top, bottom, and then I go side to side. We want to make sure that you're going through that mesh, my friends, and not around it, because we want to make sure that that sign's going to sit on top of the mesh and not sink down into the mesh. So we really want to make sure that we are going through it, making contact with that form, nice and snug. You don't want to hold, do it so tight that it sinks into your wreath, but snug enough that it's not going to really move around on you. Okay. We did top, bottom. Now we're doing side, sides. I like to put my hand underneath my wreath just to kind of help guide that pipe cleaner to where it needs to be. And then we're just threading this around. And since I'm close to a bracket here, I am going to use that bracket and go around that bracket just for a little bit more stability. Okay. And we will do the exact same thing on this other side. Go around. You know what's so funny, y'all? I came over here. I was like, okay, I want to do something summery and fun for my YouTube. And I had not picked out supplies, but I'm matching the wreath. Not on purpose. Okay, you want to double check. Make sure that this sign is where, I think that one needs to be a little bit tighter. Hold on, let me do this. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get that a little bit tighter. Where is it? Right there. These things happen. It's fine. Thought it was tight enough. That is why we double check. There we go. Nice and tight. There we go. Around that bracket. Go a few times. Yes, that is what I want. Okay, so we're going to flip her back over. We are going to cut off that extra pipe cleaner. We don't need it anymore. Tuck all of these back down into the wreath so they don't scratch our door. Flip her back over. And straighten out our ribbon because we've been messing with her a little bit. And now we're going to add a super cute bow using the same ribbon that we were using before. So here's what she's looking like. That's fun. Yep. Perfect. I like her. We're going to be using that same ribbon. We're going to start off with our lime green. I'm just going to do a little bow right underneath our sign. So we're going to do 6-inch tails. So we're going to measure at the 6, give it a pinch, measure at the 10, and marry them together. You measure at the 10, not marry. If you measure at the 10 and you bring them together, that makes it 5. Right? So we have 2 5-inch loops and 2 6-inch tails now. We're going to take that hot pink. Love this ribbon. Same thing. 6-inch tails and 5-inch loops. We're going to come in with this fun cabana, 6-inch tails. We're going to shrink down my loops to 4.5 inches. So we're measuring at the 9. 6-inch tail again. And then we're going to come in with a soft blue for the middle. This is a canvas ribbon. It's really nice. Pretty sure, guys, this is a Sam's Club ribbon. All right, we come in twice for that. We're gonna do that center loop around my thumb and come in at the 6 and grab our cable tie. I'm gonna move these pins over here. Grab that cable tie and we're gonna thread that right around our hand where we're holding it. Grab a pipe cleaner, thread it through. Get it snug. Clip that off. And now we can manipulate our bow. Everything is in place. Oh, I want that green to be over there. There we go. So they're across from each other. And with that guy, excuse you. Okay, so now we're going to go and we're going to dovetail all of our ends. So we're just going to fold that ribbon in half and cut up at an angle. We're going to do that to all of our tails. Sometimes we might miss one. See, I almost missed it. Just double check, okay? Double check it. And now, before we get too crazy with the fluffing, we're going to add in our bow. Oh, I forgot, guys. I do like to kind of twist that around that cable tie a couple times. And now we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to thread that cable tie right through the mesh. 1 and 2. Sometimes they're a little stubborn. It's okay though. Oh my goodness, this one's really stubborn. Let me try a different way. Oh, there we go. It was just getting stuck on something. Okay. Same thing. We're going to make contact with that work form and just twist, twist. Make sure our bow looks okay before we cut anything off. Yeah, I like her. Okay, so we're going to cut off. Oh, I just smushed her completely. I didn't mean to do that. Oh my goodness. Hey, excuse me. Push that right down in there. Sorry, Bo. I didn't mean to cut you like that. Okay, we're going to cut this guy just a little bit because we don't want him to take up so much of the sign, but I still want him there. And we're going to re-fluff out our bow because I accidentally completely let go of it when I was flipping her over. I got a nice subtle bow on there. Cute. Cute, cute. All right, guys, what do y'all think of this fun pancake design? As you can see, she's thin. Okay, she's thin. She's going to fit in between your door and the storm door, which is great because a lot of us do have storm doors. So let's lift y'all up. There we go. She's so fun. Summery. I love that blue. It's like the ocean's calling me. Ocean's calling me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I will link the products in the description. And if y'all have any questions, don't hesitate to just drop a comment in the comment section of this tutorial. Thank y'all so much again for being here, and I can't wait to craft with y'all again soon. Bye, everyone.